Hello, ladies and gents. I'm your man for today, folk. Morton Tyler, folk Alan Smith. I am Simon Bickford Smith here with another addition to the edition of Simon Says. Here we're watching two teams of just polar opposites. The highest scoring team in the EPL so far in this young season is Leicester City visiting Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton and Hove Albion currently finds itself at 19th, second to last on the table, tied for the least amount of points in the EPL at 6. Look at those fans, they look horribly depressed because, well, honestly, they know there should be something terrible happening in just the next 90 minutes of gameplay as this Leicester City team visiting Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton and Hove Albion tied with Burnley for the bottom of the table. However, Burnley has given up the most goals, so it looks like Brighton and Hove, lowest scoring team, facing and hosting with Ryan at the back, Charlotte, Dunk, Yare, Bernardo finishing up the defence, and then Johanna Kabosh. And you got Stevens, Gayal, marching his way backwards because of the play lately with Grobe and Undone to complete the starting 11 for this team. And you've got Jakubovic, Vieira, Evans, Maguire, Chilwell, then Chaudhuri, Ndidi, Gazelle, Smith, Sarr, and then the man Jamie Vardy to complete this starting 11. And we are off, ladies and gents, in what should be an excellent game. Not really, should be more so an excellent game for this Leicester City team, Brighton Hove Albion. With only 7 goals scored, that's less than a goal per match. And my goodness gracious, oh my, horrible, horrible defensive play. And this team is, I mean, you've seen it. Fortunately enough, it's been the lack of class that face lately this Leicester team, but they've been quite porous in the middle, and you've just seen it just now with horrible play between Maguire and Evans on the play, and terrible. The ball, it seems to be an own goal. We'll see if it's counted as a goal for him. But yes, Stevens gets the goal. Leicester City thought they would come out with a little bit of a different persona than the past couple starts to the matches. And Leicester City, honestly, a team that's near the top of the table, not playing the best of defensive ball. And there we go, not a good play at all by the Leicester City midfield, as it's already 1-0, as these Brighton and Hove Albion fans, oh my, thought it was going to be 2-0 to start off this match. But Leicester City coming in, maybe, but honestly, I mean, the way things were panning out at the beginning of this season, you could see yourself, honestly, looking at a team that could compete for first in this. Oh, good pass in. Jamie Vardy thought he was going to set up a cross, possibly a pass inward. But this Leicester City team looked like they could be at the top of the table easily, the way they've been playing ball. But we're going to see how they finish it. They've been playing better defence, great clearance, before Jamie Vardy could come in and clean up shop. But it seems like this defence came in and did it for him. Respectfully so. Not the best of crosses by the American centre attack mid. Oh, Sarr with the touch. Smith looking quite too optimistic on the pass and was ignorant on his judgment. And it's going to remain 1-0 here as the attack subdued by the Brighton and Hove Albion defence. And really it's been a fun time, as you can tell by my enthusiasm in my voice, as this Leicester City team has been bringing just a mammoth amount of goals to the EPL view, as Sarr not dealt with well, and it's going to be Brighton Hove ball again. And here we go, beautiful ball set up in the middle. And it's going to be dealt with well, cleaned up, not good defensive play by the defensive mids. And a ball passed out to Smith, passed back out to Gazelle. And beautiful ball out. It's Gazelle on the outside, in to Smith. And Brighton Hove back with the ball. No, just as fast as I could say that. Possession squandered. Whoa, terrible attacking position by Smith. But this Leicester City team has been pressed quite a bit. But they, just of late, the defence is not playing all too well. Been giving up quite a bit of goals. Really, it's not been all too great, as this team, for the most part, has been able to let their offence take up the lack of defence. But I will tell you what, Piero on the edge. And then Jamie Vardy in the middle. Oh! In what seemed like a shot on goal, Smith with the deflection of his shot. And it's going to remain 0-1 by Leicester fans, viewing up in what has been a surprising start to this game. But it's been, oh my. Oh, we saw indeed he come up there, and what was a close miss, not dealt with well by the centre defence mid. We saw Abora a couple matches ago come in and just deliver a beautiful strike right into the back of the net. Oh, not the best of touches by Smith in what we consider good defence by Brighton Hove. And then there we go, beautiful ball being shared, and Harry Maguire having to come in. Oh my goodness gracious, it's 2-0, it's 2-0. Brighton and Hove Albion just absolutely stunning Leicester. We thought, you know, you just can't be averaging that little of goals. And my, where the hell is Schmeichel when you need him? This attack has been losing its flavour as of late. And here we go. Smith cuts it in, and there we go. And it's going to be a throw-in for Leicester City as the 31st minute approaches here at Brighton and Hove. And here we go, ball. And oh my, it's going to be a penalty kick. It is a penalty indeed. Oh my, and I can tell you what, just like American Express, that penalty will be accepted everywhere, ladies and gents. Oh my goodness gracious, that was for sure foul. And we're going to bring in Smith for the goal. Should be quite the opportunity for Leicester. And it's going to be a goal. Smith puts it away for Leicester City. And it's going to be 2-1 now. And honestly, a foul like that, there's no reason to be fouling, boys. Quite like that in the box, but just right at the camera. Breaky, trying to literally break the fourth wall with the viewer, spectator watching a beautifully put penalty by Smith. And it's going to be 2-1 here, Brighton and Hove. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, this defence of Leicester City has not been playing all too well. But I can tell you what, if there's an attack, it's going to be able to utilise. And oh my, I thought that goalkeeper was being a little bit too risky by waiting for that ball to come in. And we thought so for sure. The defender, not the best. That goalkeeper, knowing he's been beat a couple times already. And Smith, he's just getting beaten up by this defence of Brighton and Hove so far. My goodness gracious. Should have been 3-1. The way this defence is playing the wings has been terrible. They haven't been marking the men well at all. The defence for this Leicester City team has really done a poor job, a piss poor job. And speaking, they're trying to get the pace going for Jamie Vardy. And here we go. Bowen to Ndidi. Ndidi to Smith. And a ball into Jamie Vardy off the post. And it's going to remain 2-1. Leicester quite on the attack. They're smelling blood. The wounds have been cut. Oh my, but salt has not been seasoning this meat quite yet. As this Leicester team is just not struck gold quite yet. With being down 2-1. Not good dribbling, but it's been good play by Jamie Vardy. Saw trying to come in and clean this mess up, as this attack has not retained possession quite well in the opposing third. It has not been good. Not a good touch. Misreading the momentum of his own teammate. And then here we go. Ball out to Saw. And then out to Smith. Smith is in. Smith is in. Smith is in. And it's 2-2. Beautifully dealt with an equaliser. Ladies and gents. Oh my goodness gracious. You get it. A mini dab on the nose. He can smell it. These fans of Leicester can smell it. Beautifully dealt with. It's 2-2 in the 45th minute. Technically 48th. With stoppage time. Allowing enough breathing room, and look at those fans, they're just completely distressed. As it's now, we're going to look at match facts, as it's tied for number of shots, more shots on target by Leicester City, more fouls by Brighton Hove, obviously, with the penalty we saw in the box, as this Leicester City team has started to open things up. And their passing has been more confident. And here comes Smith, trying his best to save that ball, but it was not dealt with in the best of ways. As now this Leicester team looks on to try to steal possession from Brighton and Hove. And speaking of, here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Brighton and Hove. Oh, they're trying to get the pace, but Piera's there. Kick it back to the goalkeeper. And back. Whoa my. Goalkeeper's on his toes for sure. We thought he was passing it into Piera. As that ball's going to be sent back in, it's going to be danger again. Oh, Jesus, watch out. That poor guard was not quite on guard, as that ball almost came ripe for his knee. Fortunately, so it missed just like the shot on goal. And here comes Smith on the outside, pushing it forward. And it's going to be 3-2. Beautifully set up. Was it Saw? Yes, it was. Jamie Vardy with the touch. Smith with the setup to Vardy. 3-2 Leicester. And beautifully dealt with, cutting the ball in. These defenders, I mean, they're tied with Burnley right now on relegation. But if this team cannot take advantage of a game that they finally get out of whack with goals, then here we go. Then we're starting to see too much here. Oh, good defence. Thought it was a little bit of a push, but fortunately so. Not dealt with well by Gazelle. And Brighton and Hove continues on. Here we go, Smith trying to cover up interception paths. And Gazelle not able to play the mid-wing all too well. Ndidi, and terrible play by Ndidi. Goalkeeper's going to stretch out. Good play by the goalkeeper, very aware by the man. And here we go. The ball's in again. And Smith stretching it out. Oh my. That manager knows that Smith maybe did poor decision making on that play, as it should be 4-2, honestly. Smith needs to work on his strength, as you see the lad, he's not the biggest player on the pitch, but honestly, just because you're not the biggest player on the pitch doesn't mean you need to play like a bitch, as he hasn't been the best at dealing with tackles. I mean, you see the likes of a Lionel Messi coming in if you want to be that kind of star player, and honestly, if you want to be that kind of star goalie. And it's going to be a foul against Leicester City. Smith coming off in what has been a strong match by him. 2 goals on the day. You're not going to get past the goalkeeper. It's too far away. And here comes Saw. Saw served up. Ball back. Maybe we're going to see more possessive play by this team. And we're going to see who's subbed in. If it's the likes of a James Maddison. Yes, it is. And Jamie Vardy pushing the ball wide. Oh, beautifully done. Oh my goodness gracious. And he's been on a tear. Consider that now. 4 goals total in the past 2 games, 2 matches for James Maddison. And beautiful touch, honestly. Goalkeeper need to come out. I know it was not a good defensive play by his defenders, but James Maddison has done a beautiful job of coming on for this team. I mean, if there was any sort of setup that you could have to where Smith and Maddison could both play kind of a more of an attacking mid, coming up, serving this Jamie Vardy attack, you could really set up even more goals. Who knows? Just the way this Leicester team has played has been so strong on the attack. And Harry Maguire, to have a man of such stature, I mean, he was in great form coming off in a lead 8, a final 8 appearance in the World Cup. Him and the likes. Oh, nicely done by Brighton and Hove. And here we go. As the ball's in Vardy, but not the most aware play by his midfield, as they open it up in the middle quite well. Terrible attempt. I don't know exactly what that was, but if there was a play to pretty much showcase how this game has been since the first 2 goals struck both by Brighton and Hove Albion, then it was that shot. And it wasn't a shot on goal. It was honestly, I mean, it was a poor performance. Oh! And James Maddison trying to clear that up as the defenders were doing a piss poor job themselves. And Gazelle, my goodness. Quite a bit of shots by both teams. It's what we've become accustomed to when watching these Leicester City matches. And honestly, the defence has not played all too well, even after giving up those 2 goals to Brighton and Hove. And here we go, Jamie Vardy. We're going to have to see if Iheanacho comes in for an appearance, as this game appears won by Leicester. And here we go, Piera on the edge. He's given up his position. And here we go, not the best of touches. Thought Jamie Vardy read the interception well on that one. James Maddison has done an excellent job of such as of late. But speaking of, decent attempt on goal, but it's just not going to beat the keeper in that situation. And here we go, James Maddison, ball end. James Maddison on the outside. Jamie Vardy probably should have waited and possessed that ball just a tad bit longer, as this Leicester City team has squandered another grand opportunity. I believe they opened up the defence, especially with this team coming in. This Brighton and Hove Albion, at this point, you're going to have to really get the attack going, to make an impression on this team, on this match. And here comes Jamie Vardy. And a good touch by the defence of Brighton and Hove. As it still remains 2-4 here with the 90th minute approaching stoppage time. 3 additional minutes as Leicester City appears to have won this game. But you never know if the excitement is not over quite yet. No, it's not. Beautifully put by Saul. Beautifully set up by Jamie Vardy. And this Brighton and Hove Albion team really starting to show their true colours today. It's been an ugly finish to this match. It's been an ugly finish to this half. And really, it's just been an ugly start to the season by this Brighton and Hove Albion team. As this game has concluded, ladies and gents, I want to appreciate all of you watching out there. As, my goodness gracious, manager, I mean, coming into this game, you don't want to overlook your opponent. But I mean, look at the boos coming in for the fans. There's no way you can sit there. You want to have any bit of hope in such a position for a team, but they've got to be at the bottom of the table after this match. Maybe a 3-goal differential's not going to help anybody on the losing end. And it's just been a beautiful finish to this game by Leicester City. Maddison with a goal, 2 goals by Saar. It was not Ndidi earlier. It was indeed not Ndidi, as this Leicester City team has notched another 3 points to add to the total. And what we thought could have been a weird start, a weird game for the most part, was a weird start for this Leicester City team. It is just yet again another win for this Leicester City squad, another loss for Brighton and Hove Albion. Again, I am Simon Bigford Smith, here with another edition of Simon, beautiful header right there, of Simon Says. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and be grateful.